Last week there was a whole trend of Studio Ghibli AI edits of people, doing just everyday things. Now, the co-founder of Studio Ghibli, don't want to butcher his name, Miyazaki.
That's right.
Describes the AI generated art as an insult to life itself. Miyazaki is known for his hand-drawn animation and painstaking frame by frame method. Now, it's disgusting work. I think personally, I want to know y'all's thoughts, because some people are on the fence about it. Some people don't think it's bad. Stable Ron, most notably, was like, "Yo, cool, quit it."
I think he was rage baiting though, but everyone just fell for it.
100%.
Guess so.
Yeah, I don't give about that original post. But if we talking about just AI art, AI in general, slowly but surely, it's getting a little weird.
Shout out to Damo, man. I want to shout him out real quick, man, because when we initially had this conversation, I just remember him getting shunned out. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't shun him. I was just gray area, typical me. But no,
I'm just saying, man.
I wanted him to be here so bad for this conversation, dog. He was talking about robotics. He was not talking.
Oh yeah, he was talking about like Android 13 and 14.
He said, "What if your toaster comes alive and eats you?"
Yeah. He said that? There's no way.
Yeah, he was talking about Android 14, 15, 16 just coming out there.
When we get there, okay.
It's a bomb, Goku. Type shit. Nah, but
in the conversation of AI art, though, that's like two different things. So I mean, what's y'all's opinion on AI, specifically from the perspective of AI art? For or against? Yes or no? Go. React.
All right. No. Well, I guess I'll kick it off. I think the conversation to me is like twofold. One is AI art unethical? And, if you believe it is, like the next conversation would then be, how do you interact with AI if you believe it's unethical? Because I personally believe there's a lot of, maybe not AI at its core is unethical, but a lot of the business practices and how they go about getting the data is very unethical. But whatchamacallit, I wanted to lead that into like, we interact with a lot of like unethical businesses all the time. So it just feels like another unethical business that we interact with. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I always thought it was a little weird. And there's definitely some memes in my community that do the AI art. And those people keep memeing up. It is what it is. My picture's out there. Can't stop you. But in terms of like AI art, some people, I've even heard extreme examples like Chat GPT, forms of therapy, all that. I'm cool off of it. I think it's gotten to the point where it's no longer something that's cool and fun, and now it's something that people are slowly but surely using as a source of reliability. And once you're reliant on this thing that everyone doesn't fully understand, I'm all the way out. So no, I don't really fuck with it. I don't really fuck with it.
Tevin, how?
You good?
I just don't think it's that deep, to be honest. Like, I think we're getting to the point where people want to be like super influential, but then when they influence things, people or AI things, then it's an issue. I don't think human versions of things will ever be substituted fully by AI. Maybe it's like an internet take that is like becoming this big thing. I don't think the average, I wouldn't even say like 20% of people have ever put a prompt in Chat GPT in the United States of America, let alone AI generate things that they wouldn't get from humans as an alternative.
Okay. Tevin?
It's obviously a multifaceted. AI is such a unique thing. I'll try to jump it just from the realm of art, but it's especially for us in the world that we live in, it's extremely unethical because we live in the world of media consumption, us particularly. And when you are in the world of media consumption, it's very important to have the difference between what is art and what is business. Now, obviously, like the lines are as close to as blurred as possible, but one thing that I always say is that you should always look at the people that use the tools that they're telling you is the next wave. And it reminds me so much of like the crypto boom and the during the COVID era. And it's like, it's not so much about crypto, but it's who's using it. And all you see in crypto is rug pulls. All you see is bullshit, right? Because these motherfuckers are scammers. Everyone that uses it knows that if they get in fast and first, it's the wild, wild west. The same thing with the .com boom in the 2000s. When new tech comes out, the first wave of people that get into it realize it's fast money because they can do bad shit with it. Even though it's a tool that's used for mostly good nowadays, this always happens in that first wave where it's like, even though it's supposed to be this new tech and this new medium of art for expression, people use it in bad faith. And that's where we're currently at, that everyone that's currently using it is using it in bad faith, because good people, sensible people that want to use it as a tool to make their art better are cautious, as you should be. When you first learn about this new thing, it's like, I have to take every precaution with my art to make sure that what it is exactly that what I want to create. But the people who are like, oh, I can just use this to make a 30-second thing of fucking Studio Ghibli shit and Lord of the Rings and make fucking $20,000 off him because niggas aren't going to check me. That's when I have a problem, because it's a group of people moving in bad faith, influencing other people. And you know what I'm saying? Hall is right. It's only 20% of people, but they're so influential about how they're driving it. They want to fool you pyramid scheme-esque into believing that this shit is the future so they can scam the fuck out of you. And that's why it's so unethical right now. Obviously, it will be the future. AI is a universal tool, and not even a tool, it's a universal learning machine that will it won't exist for our benefit. It will coincide. It will coexist. There will come a point that it comes up. Not in our lifetime, but within 200, 300 years. But at this current rate, this new thing, super unethical.
My thing about it is too, I think we can all acknowledge that there's pretty much an ethical dilemma. I know Hollow was saying it's not a big deal, but there's an ethical dilemma attached with it. And also with knowing that we all vocally have some sort of pause, even if it's not the greatest pause, there's still some sort of pause. How would y'all feel about somebody then on the same platform that you share taking your images and putting it into AI?
Like, I think I learned, like, in high school, when like business classes, they say whatever you put on the internet lives there forever. So if I put an image on the internet, I don't put anything on the internet I wouldn't want people to be able to take and use for good or bad. That's my responsibility for it going on the internet. So if people have access to my pictures, then that's what I've signed up for. That all good that can come of it and all bad that can come of it. If you don't want those things, don't put it on the internet, in my opinion.
Well, I guess for me, I think the issue is the ability that, like, it's so accessible to do such powerful things too. Like, obvious extreme here, but like there's people out there that can manipulate the AI. Like, I think everybody's seen that joke of like LeBron, all the LeBron songs in the one video with LeBron do Dennis and shit. But I'm saying, imagine if someone like masters that and make some shit where you literally were just, I don't know, taking a picture next to your car, and then you log on the internet and they got you doing crimes and shit. And it's just like, I already can foresee I know this isn't necessarily to art per se, sorry for getting a little off topic, but I just don't like the potential of things like that. And then when it comes to art specifically, it starts off as being something that's seen as just tracing per se, but then at some point I could see it getting to a point where AI is out here cooking actual artists and stuff. I know it seems like a simpleton's argument in a much more complex conversation, but I just can't ignore the very one-to-one easy ass. I can't ignore the lemons on the ground type shit. Like, I can tell lemonade is about to be made. I can't ignore these.
I think you're making great points. It sounds like you are very anti-AI. So how would you feel about if one of your brothers started AI generating photos of you?
Again, no, but like I said earlier, like I don't mind when the TSO niggas in my chat,
right.
Anybody in the community, keep it a buckers, huh?
Right. No. I agree.
I don't mind that, because
What if they made you look like D'Angelo Wallace?
The intent matters, and as Hala did say, to be fair, I can't take my picture back. I took it. I use Instagram. It's up there. I can't remove it. Plus, but it's just a potential.
Plus, they only owe you but so much, right? But I'm talking about one of your guys.
Okay.
You know.
You know, I mean,
people that you break bread with. You know, if you're sitting at the table, y'all would have to, you know, break.
Would I invite this person to like my wedding?
If he had, if you had $1 and he was broke and y'all went in the store, both of y'all coming out with a 50-cent cake. Damn. But then he's turning around and submitting your pictures to AI. How would you feel about that?
It's like so you're saying it's like a guy that I can see myself in like a partnership with, like blank and blank type shit.
How would you feel? And I might be going a little bit extreme here. Somebody stop me. Tevin House, stop me if I'm going too hard. How would you feel if your brother snaked you?
You gotta stop.
Because I know how you feel. I definitely know how Damo may feel about AI. So, you know, Sage, you know how Damo feels about AI, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's like beyond. He's worse than me. He believes like my MacBook will grow legs and kill me.
But you would never at that. You would never, right? You would never. I'm just asking.
I wouldn't make AI Gen Damo pics. No, I wouldn't.
Tevin, you said you have got a lot of siblings, right?
Yeah.
Your older sister, staunchly against AI.
Yeah.
Her name is IA. Right?
Damn right.
The antithesis. Would you then submit her pictures and information to any sort of generative AI model?
I can't lie, Omar. If someone that I knew, that I was close with, that I broke bread with, shared my sorrows and my joys with, submitted AI photos of me or my kinfolk, I might just have to up poll at that point. I don't know, Omar. I don't think I could live with myself, and I don't think they could live either.
Holla. You know, your mom thinks this technology is newfangled. She hates this. She doesn't even use calculator. She's still adding it up out of hand.
Long
division. She still know how to use abacus. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
She's still an avid abacus user. So with that being said, would you submit her pictures to AI?
Of course not. Never.
That would make you a bad son, probably, right?
For sure.
Exile
from the family.
Be souls.
You're making me nervous. Niggas.
It's just a simple question. What would you do in that scenario?
I wouldn't do it either, man. I'd never snake out like that for real.
A liar.
That's crazy. The way you broke that down, that is crazy, man.
But so why'd you do it though?
I was trying to make memes, man.
That had
engagement farming. That's crazy.
I was trying to make memes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw AMP do it. If they could do it, why can't we?
For the tweets.
Are you serious right now? Is that what
likes?
Hey, listen, man. Everybody makes mistakes.
Okay, so Omar, Sage, y'all can answer to this. Damo, I don't know if he's in the chat. He can type. How do y'all feel like this picture affected you?
I mean, I feel like now I'm just exposed.
Oh my God.
I feel like now that anybody just knows me. The saving grace is I did a horrible job, but I feel like terrible job.
Hey, I say, is that Drake?
No, I look like Mr. Dubois with dread. It don't look like nothing. I don't even know what I look like in that.
I think in all well, I'm gonna be a little jokey first. First of all, I lost a brother. That's one.
Yeah, I might have to make a phone call.
I think for me, what is Wale?
Yeah, that's why I thought I said hate or something.
Oh yeah, I was like, why did she say Wale?
It couldn't read "Let's Keep It a Buck" the logo, so
we're just big ass Wale's.
They say that because I was on TikTok and they talked about how AI can't generate words and stuff like that.
Yeah,
cool. That's not me, bro.
If you go on words, small details in the back,
if you go on Netflix right now and watch A Different World HD 4K or whatever the case may be, it's just AI. It's just AI upgraded. They just AI the picture or whatever and just upgraded it to to 4K or whatever the case may be. And so then but you can tell in the background, like if they have a shirt on or if there's like a picture on the wall that has words on it, it can't generate it. I think just looking at this, what is weight? Nate
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wale on
Yo,
on
why is Damo eye like that, bro?
Yeah, they gave Damo a lazy eye type shit.
both of them.
Omar,
He in a crazy
Omar just
mood.
got back from Vietnam,
Hey,
dog. He
Omar
is
got
a
tripping.
I did look like I've
He
been
is
through some
geeking,
PTSD
bro.
type shit.
I gotta be narcissistic. Why the fuck do I have glasses? I've never worn glasses.
I don't know what happened either.
In my life. Why do I have glasses?
Yeah, I don't know why they forced that in the picture. So my thing is with this, I guess it's style wise. I guess I don't know. My thing is I don't know. Like if we're talking about in reality, I don't know how, what the impact is or how it'll impact me. And I put under one of Bezos' tweet about what would happen, or not what would happen. Well, yeah, just the possibilities of what could happen with this data. I think it's linked. But did y'all see what happened with 23andMe and them going bankrupt?
No.
Nope.
So 23andMe, the DNA company that's supposed to connect you with all the different genetic matches that you have across the world, they went bankrupt. So with them going bankrupt, of course, they sent out an email. And people were like, okay, cool. I mean, that's fine. Just delete my data. We're not going to do that. We got bills to pay. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to sell the information. People were like, nah, it's kind of crazy, gang. We'll take you to court. They said, fine. They went to court. Judge was like, nah, they can sell the data. They can do what they want with the data.
Because you consented?
I guess so. I don't even know the details of like the ruling for real for us to why they said it was okay, but I just know that they were like, yeah, you can sell the data. So for me, it's not even about what they'll do now. It's not about what they'll do later. And I feel some sort of way even about like submitting all this information to YouTube and all these other companies, because there could be a day where YouTube goes out of business and then, you know, all my YouTube IP, all my voices and all the stuff that I've submitted over the past couple of years gets taken advantage of. We've seen it with MKBHD. The difference is I believe that a lot of these companies, those little trends where let's make a baby picture. I believe a lot of those only exist for the purpose of gathering the data.
To sell it back. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that just makes sense.
Omar, how many emails do you have in your inbox?
I don't sign up for anything.
On Gmail.
I don't sign up for anything. Unless it is absolutely 100% necessary. I understand what's going on. When I go to the store, and my mom be doing this, well, it depends on how close y'all are with y'all moms. Y'all mom ever hit y'all with my Gmail storage is full. Me, I don't know how you have emails are like a tegabyte. It's hella small. How the hell are you using up that much data? It's just because they're signing up for everything. I don't sign up for stuff.
You got iCloud on your phone?
I mean, technically, it's on everybody's phone. I don't send anything to it.
No,
if that's what you're asking.
Okay, I guess maybe. I just think maybe you are an exceptional person, but if you have I
would trust Apple though. I would trust Apple.
But if Apple somehow went bankrupt, wouldn't they just be able to sell all your information in your cloud?
And that's true. That's true. There are two, but there's like two companies that I really trust with it. Google and Apple are like the only two that I trust with it. These little companies, James's AI generator, or hey, make your face old.
Yeah.
You want to let's make our face old. That's the trend.
Yeah.
And then everybody's submitting it. Kai Cenat's old. iShowSpeed is old. Now Bezos. I want to make all of Let's Keep It a Buck old and my entire family. And the first line of the user agreement is like,
man. Damn.
the first line of the user agreement is like, yeah, we're a Russian company for sure. And we won't
oh my god.
We won't be here for more than 2 weeks. So do what you will with that.
Yeah, how many likes did it get, Bezos?
700.
Would you do it again for double the likes?
He did it for 38 cents.
I wouldn't. Listen, man. I said it. That's why I tweeted out the questions about how do y'all feel about this? I've genuinely been behind on the AI conversation. So I spent ever since then just trying to educate myself more. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have done it. I'm being honest.
Shouldn't have done. Hold up, Bezos. How do you feel like you negatively impacted Let's Keep It a Buck by uploading that picture?
Not really. It's more so the principle, just the consent of them like using their image and feeding it into a data center without their consent. That's it. Like, it's not this local app. I'm not just putting it to Photoshop and like everything's done locally. Like, this is going to a data center.
You never made like a reel and hey everybody, excuse me, public, I'm about to upload this to my Instagram. Nobody's doing that. But that is going on to a server, a database as well.
I mean, they're in the background. That's completely different than them being the focal point of the image.
But they're in it though.
I mean, I will say this, like, AI as a whole, apparently with how they scrape the data, they probably already got Omar and Sage's data and mine. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a stack. They scrape the internet and like do it unethically.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can stop it, locally, I'll stop it.
Okay.
In the future. I already made the mistake. But,
Domo literally came just to be in the outro. Damn,
I respect it.
What's up?
Just got home, man. I'm sorry. Nah.
No, I mean, you should just stayed off. I don't know.
Domo, do we owe you an apology for your initial AI take? Yes or no?
Nah, y'all don't owe me an apology. I don't need niggas to apologize to me for being right. Like I'm used to being right, and everyone called me crazy, and then niggas got comments, and niggas want to make jokes, and then later down the line, oh, Domo was right. I'm used to
I
it.
still don't agree with Android.
Hold on,
The
Domo.
argument is we took your clip out of context. You see what I'm saying? It was you were talking about robots, not AI.
Well, maybe in a specific clip or a specific situation, I may have been talking about robots, but on my Twitter, I've had all types of issues with AI on many levels. Robot, the pictures, just in general. I've had many issues with AI all around.
You trust Apple? Like, you got a problem with Face ID?
Yeah. I got a problem. High key, I got a problem with any device with a camera in general. Type shit. Like,
Damn.
You get what I'm saying?
Damn, nigga.
Damo, do you have a problem with cameras?
Yes.
You got a problem with microphones?
What are we doing,
Yes.
You got a problem with YouTube?
Once I found no. All jokes aside, once I found out that literally motherfuckers can pick up on conversations, like these companies are picking up on the conversations you're having or the sites that you're searching to specifically pick out ads to throw at you or see what you like. I've had a problem with that shit ever since then. Now, maybe it was a over exaggeration or maybe I was tweaking a little bit and over exaggerating, like I said, when I made some of these claims or say some of these things. But in general, I mean, yeah, I really do got a problem with a lot of the technology going on these days. We need to get back to how it was back in the days, man. Get a Polaroid and that's it. Like, come on.
So this is my thing. Like, I think we're all agreeing that a lot of these technologies, businesses are ethical, but specifically when it comes to AI and like other examples as well, online shopping is probably the first example that comes to mind. Like, a lot of this is just trending in a way where it's just becoming a normal part of our lives. It's going to make our lives easier, this, that, and the third. So moving forward, knowing that it's unethical, are y'all gonna, like, how is that changing how y'all interact with AI? Are y'all just not using it? Are y'all just, hey, if everyone's using it, I can't be behind. I can't be the only one not using it. Like, what type of...
I don't think it's inherently unethical. There's unethical ways to use it, just like anything in this world. There's an unethical way to use money, but like that doesn't mean it shouldn't exist, though.
Yeah, unironically, I agree with a little bit of that, and more what Tevin was kind of implying earlier when he talked about maybe in 200 years. Granted, I think it's going to be way sooner, but in the sense that at some point there's going to be an Apple of AI. There's going to be one AI company that you can tell is going to go bankrupt. You can tell it isn't just going to frame one, sell everybody shit just because if it did happen, it'd be like a what the fuck moment, kind of like if Google sold everybody shit, right? So at that point in time, yeah, I feel like everybody will adjust, adapt, and be fine with these things. But at the moment in time where you kind of have all of these random fun Snapchat filter companies doing AI shit, I think it's too hard right now for me to just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna send it to this company and I don't know 5 things about them.
Yeah, I think we're in a area of like I said, we're just in that first wave of AI where not only are the corporations and businesses that are lobbing shit out untested, and we have all the time in the world to test it, and they're just like throwing shit out for us to get scammed on. But we also have just unethical people who are using that to scam people even harder. I think AI is something that like is so inevitable. Like there's just things that become inevitable the way that they seamlessly like fit into our lives. Like when the internet was invented, when smartphones were invented, AI is kind of just the next necessary step. But I feel like to be the antithesis of what Holler's saying, it's just like we need to exercise the correct amount of caution when we approach these kind of things. It's like you need to at some point stand for something. There needs to be a bottom line for you that's much higher of a standard than just like they're gonna get my shit anyway. It's like no, you need to be practical about what someone is getting. Like yeah, you can get your data taken from a 23andMe and they'll have like your bloodline. That is much less devious in the current day and age than having somebody have your body able to be rotoscoped or like manipulated in any kind of way and have people not pay attention to it. We already get scintilled easily. So imagine if somebody could very realistically maneuver your body to like be in a very realistic situation and a highlight that people would or a headline that people will just gloss over and immediately accept as fact. The reason I say this is because a year and a half ago, a friend of mine, another YouTuber, had revenge porn posted about her, and it was with not full culmination of AI. It was a mixture of rotoscoping, taking somebody else's body, and then AI to like smoothen everything out. And a lot of people just couldn't tell the difference. And it's like she didn't consent to that. She didn't like whatever, but it's like she's a YouTuber, she's a streamer. She accepted what came with it, but that's still raw. And we have to exercise the amount of caution and be at some point be like, this is wrong. Like we can't allow this shit and just be like, well, it comes with the territory. Like, no, you gotta be like, this shit's wrong. We have to like be like, no, let's regulate this to this extent and then be cautious across the board further on.
And I think that's my thing too, because I staying in tune with the technology, I feel like I have a pretty good distinction as to what is or isn't right. So I have no problem with using like predictive text, asking ChatGPT very simple questions, and things like that. But there's super hard lines in my everyday day-to-day life and with what I preach or whatever the case may be. I had an opportunity to do an ad for essentially a 23andMe clone. I was already against it, but then one of their contingencies was, oh, in order for you to do this, you got to take it. I'm not gonna sell out for that or preach any of that stuff, any of the genetic testing. Like all of that is so avoidable, and that's where I think the line should be. Some of this these trendy things that are fun or whatever the case may be, this is happening on a year-to-year, month-to-month basis now with these people. Oh, this is the new trend. Just submit all of it. Just submit all this data, submit all this information. That stuff to me is too easy. That's like the phishing emails where they're like, yo, free yacht. And I know y'all would have got caught. Like I literally know y'all would have got caught with the free yacht.
Now it's easy pass.
I tried to download more RAM when I was a teenager, so I already know.
Like yeah, like shit like that. Like I know that would have been you. But even back then, I was not a person to fall victim to fake song, like the bad song downloads, the bad movie downloads, the Holly Berry sex tape.
Win $1,000 if you hit the shot as the side thing.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, those are real.
Damn,
but I do know people that did fall for that, and they are now the people that are doing the predictive AI stuff. But they just need to be better, because these are also the same people who for some reason can't figure out why they keep getting iPads bought in their name. You know, and where they're getting the iPads bought in their name is a place they ain't never been. It's in Maine.
It was crazy. Like a lot of people have people have like Credit Karma. Credit Karma sell your information to everything you use digitally. They selling your information. They're collecting things about you and selling it to somebody else.
Yeah. Nobody's sitting here with the tinfoil is saying, oh yeah, I'm against AI. Well, okay, except Damo. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm against AI, but I'm just gonna activate my iPhone. That hell, I don't have Face ID or the thumbprint, but nigga, you have an iPhone. They know exactly where you're standing. So
go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Damo, you don't think it's an issue that you have such a gripe with AI, and this is no like fuck it. Like you're willing to get on a live stream with your child and worried about what people might do with a screenshot of AI to your children?
Oh, you trying to pod? You trying to pod?
Yes, he is trying to pod.
It's a valid question, though.
It is a valid question. I have already accepted with doing this a long time ago the territory that comes with motherfuckers being weird online. Me and my girl had a conversation. We have come to accept what comes with niggas being weird online. And the best we can do, I've had this conversation about putting kids online before, manage what you do put on and show. Me sitting here feeding my daughter, if niggas make a weird clip out of that, niggas is weird. Like, I don't, like, niggas are weird. They're gonna be weird regardless. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I
was just asking. It wasn't like a
no. I feel you. And again, like I said, we've had the conversation. Oh, here you go. We've had the conversation like on the pod before about, boundaries. What is okay and okay with not putting online? When is it okay to put your child on? Why are you okay with putting your child? I've had the conversation before. Niggas is weird. I'm gonna just chop it up to the game and niggas being weird.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am on y'all side because like my girl, her sisters will like upload pictures and do the baby thing. I was like, look, your sisters are not getting no pictures of our children. All right, there will be no digital pictures of our children.
I don't blame you at all, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. I remember. I ain't gonna lie. I know for a fact I don't post my kids on Twitter. Like, I do my best not to put anything on my kids on Twitter. I think I put like one thing of my oldest a minute ago. It got 5 bookmarks. I said, "Who is book? No, what are you bookmarking?"
Yeah. Like,
knowing how Twitter is specifically, I never post personally.
No, I was like, you know what? I'm good. Once niggas is bookmarking me saying congratulations to my daughter playing out. Yeah, nah, niggas is weird. Yeah, nah, I'm good with that. I'm straight off that.
Yeah.
I think one of the most evil parts is that, like, of the participation of society, like, it's for Tomo's behalf, is like whether we whatever we decide to do, we participate in society. It's like the reason why we talk about having iPhones. The reason why it's like, oh, we're collecting our data anyways because we have no choice but to participate. You can. Everyone always says that dumbass shit like, oh, you can go be a hermit, or you can go move countries. Motherfucker, like, we're human. Like, everybody is human on this planet. Well, not everything is human on this planet, but we understand how every human being functions on a basic level. There's nowhere you can go that you can accept or escape a community society type of structure. And if you did try to leave and you try to go to like immigrate into or assimilate into a different kind of group, they likely just wouldn't accept you because they have their own norms and cultures that it would take you generations to get into. So it's hard to like sit there and be like, oh, I'm just not participating with any of this, and then to watch you literally get left behind. Not left behind this in the sense of like, oh, you just can't keep up with the times. You're literally getting left behind in terms of people aren't speaking to you. Why? Because everyone talks on social media now. That's how they make their plans. And if you can't understand it, you can't be a part of, like, you're literally missing out real life experiences because you're not participating in the digital construct of the society that we've built. And it just creates scenarios like this where Dom has to make the choice where it's like, I have no choice but to live in this moment and make my decision with it and try to limit it. That's what I meant by like, you got to stand for something high, at a higher standard than just like letting everything go, because you'll fall into that pitfall of like, you're getting scammed for real. You have to actively choose to participate in society, but also have your cautions about it.
Ultimately though, to wrap it up, because I think that's all that is to me, is just mitigating as much risk as you can. I mean, I got to drive to get to work. There are inherent dangers that come with driving, especially in Atlanta. But with that being said, I have a pretty safe car with safety features, my seatbelt on. I'm not driving 100 with bald tires and in the rain and all this other stuff that's going on. I'm keeping it as safe as possible. I could be in the sports car. I could be in the Mustang. I could be in the, whatever. But
4 cars.
I'm gonna try to keep it as safe as possible. And that's just the way that I felt about the internet. At some point, I do get to going on 1, 2, 3 movies, but I waited until I got an Apple computer and I was able to understand how the ads work and clicking on ads and shit and getting Trojans and malware and all that other stuff before I started doing, all that other stuff like that. You just learn to, live life a little bit safer.
Last question for y'all as business owners up here to us varying degrees. I asked Omar this earlier. Like if AI can ever get to a point where it can truly fully replace one of the processes of your business at a much cheaper cost. So for us, it'd be like editing, thumbnail designing. Like if it ever advances to the point where like truly you got no problems with it, you can output something that you can have as your final product. Will you use AI or will you deliberately go out of your way to outsource artists?
No, I think that's very consistent with a lot of other topics I've had on this channel. It's just something I don't believe in, and I'm painfully ignorant, unfortunately. But sometimes it's a good thing. But I'm dead ass no.
Just thumbnails. That's as far as I go. I do AI thumbnails. Other than that,
Don't you put your face in thumbnails?
What?
You put your face in thumbnails.
Yeah.
And
so you would be okay at that point with having
I would just not put my face in the thumbnail. What are we talking about?
You ain't say that. I know your style.
I had to say that?
Yes.
Coming from Mr. But you was on Twitter. Get your face out the thumbnail. You ain't that important.
But your face is in your thumbnails. Your face is exclusive.
Not in all of them.
But I think he's saying like if it was able to output a thumbnail good enough, he would stop putting his face
in the thumbnail. AI. Yeah. I never said what type of thumbnails I would. I just said I would just do my thumbnails with AI, but I would change how I do my thumbnails. I didn't think I had to say that, but okay. I would redesign all. I have to say that. I would redesign all my thumbnails and then use AI to do thumbnails without my face in it for my safety and comfort.
For somebody who puts their face in thumbnails, I think it's important to say I would just not put my face in the thumbnails and have AI make my thumbnails. Or
my real question for Damo: what's the difference between thumbnails and editing to you? Like, why not just do it for both or neither?
I feel like editing a whole video is a longer process, and there's more you can do with editing a video and different ways to edit a video versus, especially how simple I'll be wanting my thumbnails. Just a simple thumbnail. I don't be wanting no crazy shit. I just be wanting simple shit. So that would be my justification or my explanation of it.
No, but I'm saying if AI ever gets to a point where the editing can truly like output whatever the fuck you want, but all you got to do is type it in, upload the footage, and you won't use it.
Nah.
Even if it means like is mad cheaper.
So you're saying like I could be like add thunder sound here, cut, zoom in here. Are you saying like that type of input?
I would assume so. I would assume that's what you meant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I would never put my video into something and be like, make me a video like this. But like that's basically just micromanaging the software, just like you would do a person if they were an editor or something. But
Tevin, what
only for calculative processes, not for anything art related. I think that AI is limited to only what it knows versus the ability for a human being to take what its knowledge is and just start throwing shit at the wall. And that's kind of when you have really creative ideas. I'm somebody that is completely hands off with my team, especially with editing. I'll literally just tell them, I hired you for a reason because I've seen your editing style and I think you can I can't tell you how to make something because I'm not good at editing. You would make it better than I could say it. So I'm just trusting you. I'm going to hand you this and let you create based on your own creative genius. And I don't think AI could do that because then Hall is right. I would have to micromanage every single piece of whatever. I like to see how creative people are with pieces of information because they've truly like blown me away and created things better than I put them in my own head. It's probably my favorite process is to just watch my own video again and be like, oh, I would have never thought to put that there. Oh, this person is such a genius for pacing it like this. Oh, it's versus like me having to, okay, cut here, do a Mr. Beast style intro here. No, not that Mr. Beast style. Give me another Mr. Beast style. No, not like this one until it fine tunes to what I like. It's not a process I enjoy. It turns very much into business. and that's one of the few creative exploits I enjoy as a content creator.
But I think what you're speaking to is like AI's limitations just isn't there. Like, but the hypothetical I'm thinking of is like if it truly does, if it can truly create the video that you want, but it's like extremely cost effective.
AI can never do something that it doesn't know. Like it cannot like there's a difference between learning and then like inventing or creating. Like it can't process things it doesn't understand. Whereas like we as humans experience things in real time on the planet, and then it shapes our ideas into new things. Like if you know, the first time someone ever heard a wave crash in their ear and they're like, oh, that's a sound I've never heard before. What if I manipulated it? What if it sounded like this? AI cannot do that. It can only be told wave crash sound effect, and now it can use it in the way that you want it. I need to be able to test the limits of creativity and always find new avenues to create. That's like my favorite part of creation. Like it's just cool to see what people like to do.